What's going on, you guys? Tyler, your wandering therapist here today. I had something on my mind today that I wanted to share for people who are going through betrayal, trying to heal, find recovery from betrayal, and you've got betrayal trauma in your relationship, whether you're the one who's done the betraying or the one who's been betrayed. I wanted to talk with you about something that never gets talked about with betrayal trauma, but is a really vital thing for a lot of couples that are kind of feeling stuck and realizing that maybe something isn't quite right yet. And it's not always the case, but it is the case for some of the people that I work with. And so I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about that today. This is a tricky topic because the last thing that I want to do is have people feel like they're being blamed for having been victimized or having people feel like they're not understood. So I want to do a couple of clarifications first. One is that when you've experienced betrayal, it throws your world apart. And I understand that, and I know that. It causes everything to feel shaky because we're looking for a stable and secure place to actually be able to be ourselves inside of a relationship. And when that betrayal happens, it causes us to question everything. It causes us to question our relationship with other people, who we can talk to, what we can talk about, our relationship with the person who's betrayed us. What else aren't they telling us? What else don't we know? Are we actually safe to be with them? Our relationships with God, like, why would God direct me into a relationship where I'm going to get hurt this way? I understand all of that stuff. And so it makes it really confusing and hard to navigate. But there's a certain small section that I run into where maybe I'm working with a couple and they've been working for quite a while and they are kind of hitting a wall and going like, I can't figure out why we're not getting better. And usually it's the person who's been betrayed that's feeling like they can't get better. And then I'm working with the person who's done the betraying. And in certain circumstances, the person who's done the betrayal has done a ton of work. They've actually decided to get real, to actually take accountability, to figure out what their issues are, to start working on recovery honestly. And you can feel and sense that they're working in honest recovery, but the relationship keeps getting snagged. And it keeps getting snagged, and then the person who's done the betraying is going like, what else can I do? I got to fix this. I'm responsible. And the person who's been betrayed plays the game and continues to say, well, if you just do this, if you just do that, well, you never do this, you're not doing this right. And that doesn't allow me to trust you, so I can't get any better. And then in the midst of that, the person who's been betrayed through the process has also done things throughout the process that has actually been against their own values. Maybe they've called their partner names, or they've had a hateful heart for a long time, or they've been manipulative and controlling in order to try to find safety. And here's the point that I wanted to talk about today is that it takes a lot of emotional maturity, but if you've been betrayed and you're feeling stuck in your relationship, you may be able to find freedom if you ask yourself the question, what's my part? No, I'm not being blamed for why my partner did what they did. That's not my fault. That's their issue. But what's my part in helping things go right? Do I need to take accountability for having been acted outside my values, having called them names or gotten physical with them or been manipulative or controlling? The reason this is important is because if we betray our own values, we betray our own sense of goodness. And when we betray our own sense of goodness, the natural tendency is to look for a reason for why we would do those things. And when there's been betrayal, it's too easy to pin everything on the person who's done the betraying. They're already an easy target. But as they start to work their recovery and things don't get better, and I've still done things or I'm doing things that are actually outside my values, I am doing an act of self-betrayal of myself and my values, which then leads me to have a tendency to want to look around and justify why I'm doing those things. And if I find myself in justification mode, waiting for the other person to fix everything, I'm stuck. I'm giving away my power. I'm not actually able to move forward with my own healing. And here's the sad truth, but it's the pathway to power. It's the pathway to freedom and liberation. I'm responsible for my own liberation regardless of what anything else has been done to me. I get that power. I get the power to live within my own values. I get the power to not mistreat somebody else, regardless of how bad they've mistreated me. And if I keep my heart at peace by living in my values, then I invite things naturally to go right, rather than justifying why it's okay that I've done this little thing or that little thing or this other little thing, and my heart stays at war, and now I'm at the mercy of whether or not this person that I'm demanding does X, Y, Z, does all of those things, which, by the way, when they do those things, there's always something new, there's always something more. It becomes something like Cinderella with her stepmom trying to get all the chores done. So I hope this makes sense. If you're stuck in your relationship right now trying to heal from betrayal, maybe it's true for you, maybe it's not, but it's at least worth a few curious questions as to, is my heart at peace? Am I acting within my values? If I haven't been acting in my values, I need to take accountability for those things, and I need to make changes for myself, for my heart, for my liberation. And I hope that that's something worth thinking about. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you found this to be valuable for you, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you're facing particular struggles that you need help with or roadblocks that you're running into, please submit a question. I'd be happy to answer it for you.